Hi guys, good morning. I'm laughing because we have 2 8s yet again. I just want to say though that 8 is a power number, yes. It's an overpowering number, yes. It's a laser focused number, yes. It's also, I think the number 8 is, I call it the hidden treasure chest. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, and I'm talking like 8th house stuff too, right? Like the original 8th house, just the house, not the anything else, just the house. It's things that are still stagnant, overlooked. People don't easily see them. You know what I mean? They're the things under the surface. They're the things when we lose them, we find them in places like, how the hell did it get here, right? Stuff like that. Things that fall through the cracks. That kind of stuff too. All right. So I'm just saying, I think this is a powerful throw. As I was shuffling the cards, before I even knew what the cards would be, I had a very strong feeling that someone is changing something. Like they're changing, not a little thing, like they're changing their something that they want. Like say, you know, you're tired of moving around. You're tired of renting. You want to buy something. You want to put roots somewhere. You want to change a lifestyle that gives you somewhat of a more, I feel, structured, like, again, rooted life. That's, I feel for some of you, that is what you're going for. Something changed with what you wanted or what you thought you wanted. It can be in kind of a Dorothy kind of way, yes, but this is more, it's more settling down, maybe buying a house, maybe not moving so much, maybe not traveling so much. I think some of you too, you're changing careers. I wrote something, you don't have to subscribe to the page, my Facebook page, Venice, Italy Tarot, but I post things there occasionally because a lot of times I'll get messages, but they're not enough to post a video on YouTube. So I'll just put them on my Facebook page. And last night, one of the, you know, I often do this myself, and I started doing it a couple of years ago, and I don't even know why, but I was having a hard time getting over something or getting through something. It was just no matter what I did, I could not get around this thing. So I'm like, you know what, I need to take a different approach here, because it's not that I want this thing anymore. It's not, it's just, I think it was so ingrained in me that I couldn't put it to rest. Like it just would not go away. It just would not go away. And it was showing up in a lot of different things. So what I did was, I know it sounds crazy, but I think that when we sign death certificates for things, right? Relationships that haunt us, things we want closure on, like we spoke about yesterday, or, you know, ideas, dreams, visions, things we wanted for ourselves, things we thought we should acquire for ourselves, the things that, you know, we thought, oh, well, I'm just supposed to do this, but it never really fit your, you know, whatever. These things, if we can't get rid of them, and this can be anything, this can be a job, it can be a desire, it can be anything from A to Z. It doesn't need to, it's specific to you. It's whatever you think you need to give something it's, you know, it's closure papers on. When you just really write it out, you know, it allows you to release things, to let other things in. And what happens here too, it's our mind and our thoughts and our passions and our, you know, our mind doesn't, it's not able to be floating around. It's, we take responsibility for our thoughts, right? And we don't let them dictate the show. We organize them, we orchestrate them, and we put them in a place that's productive, organized, and allows us to move forward, right? It's kind of taking control over your mind before it controls you, right? And just, you know, signing off on it. I release this. I sign the death certificate for this. I sign it and I date it, and you would be surprised. And I'm talking, you need to do this in sacred space, because this is an emotional experience. It's not something that you just sign off on and you think, oh, I'm done. It's, you really need to be in this and be cognizant of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and it really will set you free. You would be, if you think it sounds silly, I test drive these things, or I would never suggest them to you, and it does work. So I think there's something in here that you might not know how to get rid of, right? That process might work for you. So anyhow, we come in, I clarified the energy card. We've got the 8 of coins, and the clarifier is the Ace of coins. Okay, so this is, you'll touch, feel, and taste this. This is tangible. Okay, I think I'll go through the cards. We've got the Hangman. We've got the 8 of cups. And we've got the 4 of swords, my Picasso card, right? It is vital, I say to you in here, to take some time for yourself to figure this stuff out. And I'm talking time to yourself, not with other people, not getting other people's input. This is something that you kind of need to do for yourself. That's what I feel. This isn't like a group effort. This is something that you need to come to terms with within yourself. And it's not a negative. I think what happens here for some of you, you know, we've got 2 8s here. Okay, that's new knowledge. Like, it's knowledge you'll use. It's not like a bunch of different things. It's not like reading 1 page in 10 books. It's like, I will have functioning knowledge now that I can apply to something, and it brings me success. The 8 of coins is one of the millionaire's cards. So focus your attention on something that you want. It doesn't need to so much be in agreement with other people. For some of you, I think you change industries entirely. I think for some of you, you move. I think for some of you, you jump into a venture that really brings you success, like a large amount of success here. And that would be tangible in the financial realm, right? It would bring you the financial success that you're looking for. For some of you, I think, again, there's travel involved here. You may be selling or buying homes, right? Things like that could come up. I felt in one of the readings really strong real estate investment, right? That can mean, you know, it's a dwelling for sure, but it can mean it can be a car too. It can be a boat. It can be a plane, a train, whatever, right? But look out. I think that this is really change is and there's your confirmation. I think you're wanting to drop roots here somewhere, and I think you're needing to. You have to let go of something first. For some of you, you know, there could be health-related issues here where you're recovering from something with the 4 of swords. But for the majority of you, you're going in a whole new direction here. You're settling down something here. Financial success. For others of you, you're getting payouts with, I know we just had some storms come through, so you're probably dealing with insurance people now. There may be payouts coming your way for that. There might be a little bit of a delay behind that, though, so don't fret if you're hitting a wall here. Don't like lose your head or take the person's head off right now, because this, I guess, is energy for that too. The funny thing is, I don't feel that, and my chart is very. I don't feel it. I don't feel the aggression. I feel like a calm resolve. You know, so for some of you though, you might be in that heated situation. Just be calm, be rational about things. They'll pan out in your way. For some of you, I think you find unlooked for developments here, like you really come across something. Remember I was saying we're not buying swampland in one of the other readings, but you're coming across something here. It's either a revelation within yourself. Hey, I don't want to do this. I'm going to take the risk here because it's worth the risk for me. And I'm going to, you know, do something. It's specific to each of you, but it's huge. And I think that it changes your life. And I think financially, it sets you up for the freedom that you're looking at. That could be the scenario that I'm feeling. I think that what you're doing sets you up for a new type of freedom for yourself, right? I think for some of you, you're wanting to start something. By that, I mean like startups. Like you get gain for that. Someone will back you here with that for sure. So if you're going in that direction, the Hangman can be a little bit of a delay. I don't feel it in here. I really don't. I think you know what you want. I think you may just not see it all laid out in front of you. I think you've got to release some things though, because the 8 of Cups in and of itself is a card that says eights are full. Like I can't go further than here. I need to do something else. It's perfect as it is. Like it would be in a job where you've maxed out. You can't grow here. You're at the top of your financials. You can't acquire any more knowledge there. It's like you will become like a dust ball in the corner if you stay there. So I think that what you're doing with these two is you might be taking something, you know, you might be taking into some of your retirement or your pension or something, and you're investing it in something else. I really see nothing here, honestly. I'm not a financial advisor. I will tell you that right out. I don't see anything here. If you're really sitting on the fence about something here. I would suggest that you really do some research here. I think you may find this is tangible. This is a tangible opportunity that sits in front of you here. It has something to do with industry, because I keep hearing industry. So you might be, you know, breaking into a new industry, or you may be like years ahead of like a technology thing. I'm not going to help you much here with that because I know nothing. But it's something that brings you, it sets you up. It like brands you for something. Okay. And again, I think this is an unlooked for development. So this could be something that maybe came to you in a dream. Psychic abilities are extremely high right now. Like I say, someone may have really got something in their dream and they can't let go of it. That's more than a dream. That's usually like a premonition or something. So I would suggest that you write that down, you explore that, see what you've got to release to make that happen, and kind of play with that in your head. Again, Picasso's Four of Swords, if I did not remove myself from the people that were always on me, I would never be able to make my masterpiece. You need the silence to do that. So that's what you go out with the Four of Swords. I would take this time for yourself. This is an opportunity in a point in time. I would not let this pass you by, honestly. Financial success, success in business ventures. Some of you, I think that you are discontinuing something. Like, I see this is not going to bear any fruit here. So I'm kind of like, you know, it's just not paying off here. For others of you, this is going to be harder because you don't like change. I'm going to say to you, this is an opportunity here that could give you freedom, financial success, happiness, joy, contentment, right? All of these things. So I would maybe walk away with, what is happiness to me? What is joy to me? What is freedom to me, right? The tangible is here. You will feel it. You will see it in your bank account. I assure you of that. But for sustainability, my question to you would be, why do you want to do this? And it can't be a financial why, because that will come. It's sitting here. But it needs to be something that you'll continually plow through the mountain for. You'll continually up your game for. So that's what I feel here. For some of you, you know, you may not have wanted to get married, and now you're like, you know, maybe I kind of do. Or maybe you didn't want children, and now you kind of do. You're organizing your life here in a way that it really changes your whole outlook on life. So that's what I've got. This is powerful. Again, I'm going to say, for some of you, there might be travel involved here. Like, it comes out of the blue. Like, you are like, nah, like maybe a month ago. No, I'm going to die in this town that I was raised in. I'm never going to leave here. And then one morning you get up and you pack your bags and you're like, I am so out of here. And you never look back. I've seen these things happen. I've seen this happen, and I've seen it be successful. I have. I've seen a lot of failures in it too, but I have seen people success in it, a good number of people. So I'm just saying, I would follow whatever is nagging at you here. And I would sign off, literally, try that experiment that I'm telling you about. Get a pretty piece of paper, or get a napkin, or a square of toilet paper. It doesn't much matter. It's the writing part of it, and it's the taking responsibility for it. And you'll notice too, guys, that this is a ripple effect here, because the more you take responsibility for things, the more cautious you are of the things that you get into that aren't well thought out. That involves relationships, jobs, commitments to people, commitments to things, commitments to places. You think about it, because you remember this process, and it's empowering. I don't know why it's so empowering, but it really is. I don't know how the hell I even came up with it, but I did. So it works. I've test driven it too, and I use it to this day. So there you go.